The morning sun blazed over the hustle and bustle of the city. Cars honked impatiently. Traders shouted at their wares, "Come and buy, come and buy." And people rushed past the busy streets with determined steps. Amidst the chaos, Amaka's black Range Rover slowed at a familiar spot. There he was again, the beggar. Sitting quietly by the pavement, a dusty bowl beside him, his eyes downcast. His face was rough with stubble, and his clothes were worn and dusty. But his posture was dignified, too dignified for a beggar. Every morning, something pulled Amaka's heart toward him. She would stretch out her hand and give him money. At first, she thought it was just pity. Then, it felt like something more, something deeper she couldn't explain. Her best friend Tochi teased her about it. "Amaka, beg. Are you not the mother of beggars?" Tochi would laugh. Amaka would smile faintly. "I don't know, Tochi. Something just tells me to keep giving him. I can't explain it." Tochi would roll her eyes. "After Emeka ran away with your 25 million naira, I thought you would stop being so soft." Amaka's face would fall slightly. Emeka, the man she loved. The one who swept her off her feet with sweet promises and charming smiles, only to drain her company account and vanish without a trace. He was a fraud, a Yahoo boy, a professional liar, and she was the one who was fooled and loved too much. Since then, Amaka vowed never to open her heart again. Little did she know that fate had other plans. In a large mansion draped in gold accents and royal tradition, Madam Adora Eze was pacing. "Chinedu Nwambiko, how long will you do this? You are my only son, the heir to Chief Eze's empire. You are not meant to be on the streets like a common man." On the other end of the call, Chinedu's voice was calm and firm. "Mama, please understand. I can't just marry any woman because of inheritance. I want someone who loves me for me, not for my money." "But living like a madman in Lagos," she sobbed. "I see you on TV sometimes begging." "I am not mad, Mama. I am searching for something real." There was a silence, then a sniffle. "Just come back safe, my son." "I will, Mama. Very soon." Chinedu ended the call and looked up at the sky. His father had a place, a strange clause in his will. He had to be married to inherit the empire. Yet, he had been used, cheated and heartbroken too many times. Women flocked to his wealth, not his heart. So, he left Abuja, disguised himself, took only a small bag, old clothes and some cash, and every day he sat by the streets of Lagos, waiting, observing. And then one day she came. Every morning, day by day, a tall, confident woman, dressed in power suits, driving an expensive car, but with eyes that carried pain. He saw her before she saw him. Her sadness was loud, and when she gave him money, he felt a strange peace. Maybe this is the one, he thought. One evening, the Lagos sky opened in tears. Rain poured endlessly. Chinedu was still sitting by the street, soaked, coughing. His fake beard itched, but he had nowhere to go. Suddenly, a black car stopped in front of him. The window rolled down. It was Amaka. "What are you doing here in this rain, eh?" she asked, worried in her voice. Chinedu looked at her silent. "Get in the car," she ordered. He hesitated, then obeyed. She took him home, gave him hot food, warm towels, clean clothes, and a bed to lay on. That night, something shifted. Chinedu was quiet, but his eyes softened. "Why do you help me?" he asked. She shrugged. "I don't know. You remind me of myself. Lost, but searching." There was a pause. "You?" Amaka nodded. "I was once broken. I'm still healing though." Chinedu smiled faintly and said, "Me too." And just like that, Two broken hearts began to mend. Weeks passed. Chinedu started working in Amaka's company as a janitor. She didn't recognize him. His beards, posture, and behavior were all different. But he noticed everything about her. How she treated her staff with kindness. How she worked late to build the business her ex tries to spoil. How she smiled less but laughed loudly when he did. And slowly, she noticed him too. The quiet janitor with kind eyes. She started bringing him lunch. They would talk about random things, from books to food to their pains and hope of the future. And then one day, he told her his real name. My name is Chinedu Eze. Her eyes widened. Wait, Eze? As in Chief Eze of Abuja? He nodded affirmatively. Then he removed his beard and told her everything. Her eyes filled with tears. You lied to me. You made me feel sorry for you when you had everything. I wanted to know if I could be loved, cared for, without the weight of my name. She stood silently, then whispered, And now? He knelt. I love you and I want to spend my life with you. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She touched his face. I think I've been waiting for you too, she said. 1 year later, Amaka and Chinedu got married in a grand yet simple ceremony. His mother wept tears of joy. His father, Chief Eze, passed on months later, proud and fulfilled. Chinedu inherited the empire but chose to build a greater one with Amaka. Together, they founded the Heart Company, a foundation for empowering broken-hearted youth and entrepreneurs who lost everything. They became the power couple of Nigeria not just because of wealth, but because of the strength of their love. And each time they passed that same street corner, they remembered where it all began. Wow, this is the end of my story. Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Zita's African Tales. If you enjoyed this story, kindly leave a comment. Please like my video, share and subscribe. Also, I'd like for you to share with me the moral lessons you learned from this story. Okay guys, thank you. See you all in my next story. Bye.